Hello everyone, Krydax here, and welcome back to Nomifactory. We have done a lot of mining, as is the usual with Minecraft content creators. Mainly because I wanted to play a little bit, but I didn't have enough time to stream or whatever, so I just did, 20 minutes of mining here or there. And we have a little bit to talk about in terms of mining. I did sort out some of my ores. These are all the more useless ones, or useless until later type ores. And then this is kind of the ones we will need in the sooner future. I did get a lot of sulfur from the nether, and those, it doesn't show properly here. It shows them all crushing into 2, but if you go to pulverization, you can see the nether ones crush into 4 sulfur each. And so I think I'm going to start making rubber that way with the sulfur and the rubber, what's it called? Rubber pulp, because we get 3 times as much from each sticky resin doing it that way. And you need 1 sulfur for every 9. So that means for every single one of these, I get 36 rubber. So this is 36 stacks of rubber. That's 36 stacks of rubber. That's 36 stacks of rubber. So we've got a lot of rubber worth of sulfur here. That should get us to the place where we can automate sulfur. Got some sphalerite, which is to make zinc. The main thing we need zinc for in the near future is item filters. But the real thing I want to talk about is this electrotine, or electrotine, not sure which one. I didn't realize how amazing this stuff is. So I had looked at this and I was like, okay, it smelts down into this, electrotine dust, which you can make blue alloy, which I don't even know what the heck you need that for. Probably something later in the game. And then you can centrifuge it into some electrum dust. But it's 8-to-1, so it's not like a ton of electrum. And that's all I had really looked at. But if you go to the ore byproduct list, you can see that it thermal centrifuges into essentially what is a third of an electrum. And it crushes into 20. Again, it doesn't show properly. The nether one crushes into 20 of this crushed ore. And each one of those 20 will get us a third of an electrum. So that is almost 7 electrum per nether electrotine ore. And an electrum, as you know, is a gold and a silver. And we can centrifuge those out to get the separate components. Or we can just, throw this straight into the smelter to get electrum ingots. So gold and silver are basically really easy to get from this because we can just do that. So each one of these represents roughly 9 gold and silver. Well, 9 electrum, which then is like half gold, half silver. So that's pretty incredible. I did not realize that before. And then, we'll get all of this, and then eventually we can just also centrifuge the remaining electrotine dust to get redstone and electrum. So yeah, that should be pretty awesome. I don't have to worry about gold and silver now once we're doing that. So I am going to go ahead and crush a stack. It'll fill this up pretty fast. I need to start emptying this out. I got a decent amount of gold ore from the nether as well, so we should be good on gold for a while. I did get pitch blend along with some uraninite. Put that away for now because I don't want to deal with that. But pitch blend is just another ore that spawns in uraninite veins, and you can centrifuge it. Once you get down to the pitch blend, you can get uraninite dust out of it, and thorium and lead. So it's just another way to get some uraninite. And then we've got ruby ore, tetrahedrite is copper, and then a bunch of yellow limonite from the gold vein in the nether, which is all iron. So we'll go ahead and get all this smelting, and see what else we need to do. That's the ruby. I'll take the copper. And what else do we just need to smelt quickly? Sulfur, no. More yellow limonite. Okay, that should keep the smelters busy for a few minutes at least. I got Certus quartz as well. That's pretty easy to get in the nether, and each one of these pulverizes into 8 Certus quartz ore, which you then will wash, and then you sift. And that gets you a bunch of Certus quartz. You can cutting saw those down into more Certus quartz, and you use Certus quartz like crazy when you're setting up the applied energistics stuff. And we have even nether redstone ore, which is an absurd amount of redstone. I think each of those is 20 redstone. Yeah. So we are not going to need redstone for a while. We are good to go. I will take this crushed sulfur and wash it. And we'll do that with the uraninite as well. We'll do the quick wash strategy. That'll get us our sulfur and uraninite. This was for the arsenic. We will need the gallium too. Trying to remember what we're even doing. I've done a bunch of just alloy smelting on the side, made a ton more cupronickel, a bunch more steel. I'm just going to preemptively smash this into plates. I think I already have a couple stacks of plates. I made a stack of bronze plates. So just kind of prepping all sorts of resources that we'll need eventually. I think I got a little bit more glowstone. One thing I will need is oil sands to start out with oil, but still not for a while. But yeah, we should be good on resources for a hot minute. I hope, at least. Made a bunch more glass, which we can electrolyze to get more nether quartz. I already made a bunch, but I'll just keep throwing stuff in here. This electrolyzer has its work cut out for it. A lot of aluminum dust. We can blast furnace into aluminum. I should probably get that started. I already did a few stacks, but we need more. Might as well have the blast furnace running. And yeah, things are looking pretty good. I will want more vibrant alloy and energetic alloy. But yeah, aluminum is what we need for the MV tier. I'm going to go ahead and work towards what will be a stack of MV machine hulls, because that's what Questbook is working us towards. It talks about aluminum, power supply, make additional dynamos. Little do they know, we already have a lapidary dynamo. So yeah, MV machine hulls are pretty similar to the last ones, but they use copper cable instead of tin, and they use aluminum plates instead of steel. So we just need a crap ton of aluminum plates, 9 per hull, as well as some wrought iron plates. How are we doing on wrought iron plates, by the way? Not good. So we'll get some more of those. And what else? We are going to be running low on power. Oh, we're very low on power. So I need more of the matter, the overworldian matter, which we're also low on. Which means I need more polymer clay, which means I need clay and uraninite, or pulsating dust. Okay, well we're pretty low on all of that, so time to panic. Are you almost done washing this sulfur? Yes. We need this uraninite. Okay, switch over. Okay. And then we'll smelt this. Okay. Throw this in an alloy smelter, which is currently working on steel. Where did... Oh, clay. There we go. Invisible. Okay, so we'll get that pulsating polymer clay. I need to set up the automation for this. Soon enough. We'll throw that in the zombie doodad. And then we mix this with the nether quartz to get our power currently. I upgraded these with a whole upgrade, which gives it 2x the capacity, so they'll go up to about 4,000. Those are going to be running for a while. I think if I did anything else major, not really, kind of just been mining a bunch of crap. And then, so we do need a thermal centrifuge. Start working on some of this stuff. I need one anyway, for the gallium arsenide, for the diodes, for the MV circuits. So I will need a thermal centrifuge at LE. And that requires 4x copper wires. Easy enough. Bada bing, bada boom. Thermal centrifuge. And we'll just put that... What was this? Oh, the cutting machine. I forgot about that. Do I have more cable? I have a couple. That there. Maybe I should have it one space further. What's up, Lodro? Okay. So this guy is gonna need his own crate. Did I put all the crates? And definitely will need a conveyor pulling items in. Because this is the automate it and let it go for a long time type deal. Import. Okay. So anything we want to thermally centrifuge, we just toss in there. We also are going to need a quick wash, but not smash into the pile. The way I have this set up doesn't allow that. Maybe I'll just make a separate one. Because essentially I need to be able to wash the dusts into what will be thermally... Oh, I guess you don't have to wash to thermally centrifuge. Never mind. You can if you want whatever the other byproduct is. Which I don't care in this case. What about the gallium... Gallium one? This one... I would get zinc dust... Or no, this one. The yellow garnet dust. Don't care about that. And then the arsenic. That's trioxide. Actually. Oh, this only comes from electrolyzing. No, that's not right. Centrifuging the real guard dust. That's what it was. This is not a thermal centrifuge. Okay, cool. So I will centrifuge all of this real guard dust that we've got. Put that in here. Spin to win, as they say. I'll smelt this uraninite. Wow, that stuff already finished smelting. The power of 3 obsidian furnaces is quite absurd. And then the pitch blend, we just need the regular powder for that. I don't really need the electrum right now, so we're going to wait. And then finally, I need to make another ore washer. No, we just decided we don't need that. So I can grab... What is it we need? Crushed... Crushed what? Shoot. Pile of gallium dust. That's not a thermal centrifuge. Oh, that's gallium arsenide. Where's gallium? There it is. Okay, it is thermal centrifuge on sphalerite. That's right. Okay, so we need to take our nether sphalerite, smooshify it. And then we will run that through the thermal centrifuge, and that will get us gallium. And what we need the gallium for as I mentioned, is the diodes, these guys. And I can use liquid glass for now. We will need polyethylene eventually, but I can still avoid having to do that. And I think we get more if I use, let's see, the annealed copper wire. And I can get annealed copper wire from annealed ingots, which come from an arc furnace. And you essentially just throw a copper ingot and some oxygen in an arc furnace. So I will do that, because that doubles my diode output. And we'll need oxygen for all sorts of other things, but it does mean a bit of infrastructure. 10 cables, graphite, single graphite dust. Oh, we have a crap ton of tin wire. Somewhere, there it is. Okay, arc furnace needs those to be cable-fied. And then we needed a graphite, singular graphite. Take that, we will smelt it. And then I'll put that in here with a mortar. Alright, no, has to be above it. Is that right? Really? Can I not? Looks like I can't. Okay. Just kidding. We have to use this guy. Which feels a bit funny, but here we are. Okay, there's our graphite dust. Throw that in here, and arc furnace. And then the arc furnace needs oxygen. Now, oxygen is annoying. It's also weird. The regular oxygen, like from Greg Tech, doesn't actually show up as the one that you can like grab a recipe of, which I find weird. And oxygen plasma doesn't actually use oxygen. So what's the easiest way to get oxygen? Probably just look at air. So air, we centrifuge it, and that gets us nitrogen and oxygen. We will use. Now you can't use the bucket. Like you can't hit recipe on it for JEI is what I meant. I know I can grab it to like put into slots, but you can't use JEI as the recipe, which is weird. I don't know why, but that's the way it is. Anyway, this is what we'll do for nitrogen mainly, but it gets us a little bit of oxygen, not a ton, but it should be plenty for the arc furnace. Later on, we will need a lot more oxygen from other things. But for now, we'll grab a centrifuge, and we will also need the gas collectors. One gas collector grabs, what is this? 10 seconds, 10 kiloliters, and the centrifuge was 80 seconds for 10 kiloliters. So we would need 8 centrifuges to run off of one gas collector. I don't really know if we need that many. I'll just grab 2. 2 or 3 we could fit just around the machine. Okay, so the problem with this is, well, it's the wrong kind of pump. Let's see. Need more bronze fluid pipes. And then, no, I'll need more motors. Always do. And then, let's see. I already know I'm gonna need probably like pumps or something. The fluid filter requires these plates. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab this, no, the lazurite. And I want to say if I run that through the pulverizer and I get this down to lazurite dust. Can I make blocks out of this? Maybe? Guess I should start this way. Block of lazurite. No, I need the like gemstone version of lazurite, which I would need a sifter to make a bunch of those. So that's not worth it. I'll just throw this directly into a smelter, and that will get me a... Oh my gosh, look at that iron. Woo. I might need to add another... We'll put all our gold over here. So yeah, then we'll turn these into blocks, and then we throw these into the blocks into the cutting saw to get our lazurite plates. And lazurite plates get us the fluid filters. So that's that. Beautiful. Thermal centrifuge. Not running. What did we need again? The sphalerite? Yeah. The nice part is we still get all the zinc out of that. It's just... the gallium's just a byproduct. This is definitely more lazurite plates than we're going to need for quite a while. That'll get us some fluid filters. And then zinc foil. Do I even have zinc ingots in here? It doesn't look like it. They're really bright and shiny. They're like 10, but shinier. So, I have zinc in here. No, we haven't made any zinc yet. Well, the good news is we've got our thermal centrifuge. And then we do have to... No, we don't. Just kidding. Thought we had to go to the sphalerite dust step to smelt it into ingots. But we don't. And the only thing I would gain from that, if I had an HV macerator, which we don't, would be cadmium dust. So that's kind of useless. I guess if we wanted to centrifuge or electrolyze it, we would need... Oh. Now that's interesting. We get more gallium if we electrolyze the sphalerite dust, but we get less zinc. Because right now the dust smelts 1-to-1 to zinc. This would only smelt 2-to-1. So I don't think it's worth it unless all we cared about is gallium. But I care about zinc too. Anyway, we need to make zinc plates, and then from there make zinc foil. So, unfortunately, shut that into not wrought iron mode. Look at all these aluminum plates. It's beautiful. Okay, so zinc plates get smashed again. That'll get us enough for 2 fluid filters. A resource zinc. Ah, yes. The dead goes. Alright, it's weird that it doesn't automatic... I guess they don't count as the same thing, so we need to pick the correct recipe, which is this one. There we go. Okay, we've got that, and then we need just some iron bars real quick. And bada bing, bada boom, gas collector. We will need another one later to get... Actually, we're already at the nether. What does the nether air give us again? Nether air gets us carbon monoxide and sulfur dioxide. Oh, we need MV. to centrifuge it, but that would be... We don't need either of those. Carbon dust is easy to get. Carbon monoxide, I guess, gives you a pretty easy way to get methanol and acetic acid. Trying to remember. There's so many things. This is definitely like Planodon's feeling when you get down into the weeds of like all the different oils and acids and liquids and fluids and all that crap. Okay, the way I was making methanol last, there's a lot of ways to make methanol, but another way to make it is just a crap ton of hydrogen. I don't think this... How did I make it last time? Might have been this one, because carbon dust is free eventually. Oh, I think I just did this one, yeah. Hydrogen, oxygen, and carbon dust, and that gets you methanol. So that's 4,000 for a methanol, whereas the carbon monoxide version is 4,000. It just... it makes sense chemically. The only difference is the carbon, and carbon dust is free, so having carbon monoxide doesn't really make methanol any easier. It just saves you a step on probably certain things, but yeah. Okay, so that's not that useful. But the other one, sulfur dioxide, is free sulfur if we want it. That's a pretty good way of getting oxygen, actually. Because this is 3 seconds, and you get double the amount. So for every 10 kiloliters, we're going to get 2,000 oxygen. That's still not enough. There's a better way to get oxygen. That is a way to get free sulfur that doesn't require deep mob evolution, but as soon as you have deep mob evolution, that's easy. So it gets you to sulfuric acid pretty easily. But you can already make sulfur dioxide with just sulfur and oxygen. So it's really just a path to get free sulfur. Is really all this does for you. And there's already sulfur in deep mob evolution. So, alright, we've investigated and decided it is not worth it. Now we need 2 centrifuges. Cent LV. There we go. Oh gosh. Oh no, we're down to our last 3 circuits. That's scary. Okay, so these guys can go anywhere. I think I'm actually going to dive underneath the surface. These are going to make fluids that'll go in the ender doodads. And if that sentence didn't make sense, then it will. The ender fluid conduits, that's the word I'm looking for. Okay, so that'll dump out into that one, and then we'll need a pump. We'll need a pump for the other one. This guy will... I guess I could actually put it on either. It defaults to export, so we'll just put that there. Centrifuges will fill up. Does that have to be set on something? There we go. So on 4, it'll automatically grab that. And then we need the ender fluid conduits. And these bad boys have filters. That's great. So we will extract on brown, always active. Extract on brown, always active. And that should provide both oxygen and, what was the other one? Nitrogen? Okay. And then we are going to want to provide this guy with the nitrogen. We're going to insert, and now is when I'm going to need a bunch. I guess that doesn't matter. It's not tracking. We're going to need a bunch of the fluid filters for the... Oh, I already put it. Which is buckets, which is iron plates. Because we're going to use those all over the place. So that means more iron plates. I don't even think I have all that many. Yeah, we have a decent amount, but we'll need more. We'll flatten another stack. At this point, I'm just throwing stuff wherever it fits. This chest is getting a bit full. Okay, so bucket. 16. 16. Oh, I don't know how those diamond plates ended up in the inventory, but they did. Okay, so then the fluid filter goes in the insert side, and then we can grab nitrogen. Regular nitrogen. There you are. Bam. And now it will only insert nitrogen. And the great thing about these interfluid conduits is they can't get gummed up because they don't. What's the word? They teleport. There's nothing actually in the pipes. It goes from point to point, and so the pipes can do any number of fluids without ever getting like jammed up with something that's backed up or anything like that. So you don't have to worry about any of those issues. So it works quite well to just kind of move around all your fluids in a filtered way. I will need to deal with overflow on those gases, but I'm not going to worry about that at this moment. But there you go. So we've got nitrogen. And we will need to change the programmed circuit to utilize the nitrogen eventually. I'm worried it may not be enough nitrogen. So like the aluminum ingot, where are you? That guy requires 1,000 each. And I would be running at one of these basically every 7 seconds. But we're only going to be getting, well, we'll get 4,000 every 40 seconds. 1,000 every 10 seconds. Oh, okay, yeah, that's actually, I mean, it's not quite enough to, like, full-time smelt aluminum, but it's close enough. Our blast furnace is not going to be running 100% of the time. But really, that's just a side bonus. All of this was for the oxygen for our arc furnace. And, I think I'll put that here. Maybe. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know. I'm making a mess. This will all get deleted eventually, I promise. It's ugly for now, though. It is really ugly. Okay. I guess since I'm doing it on that level, I should do it this way, but then it just doesn't match with anything else, and it's really ugly and horrific. I do want to start making an actual base with like walls and a ceiling and windows and stuff eventually, but not yet, I guess. Not yet. I'm going to turn up the music slightly. These machines are kind of loud. Is the game volume a little loud in general? I think it might be. Turn that down slightly. Seems a little better, hopefully. Okay, let's see. So this needs the oxygen. Oh, I haven't left any. Funny. I go through all that work, but then I end up needing to do this. Okay. Then this guy, we're gonna insert filtered oxygen. Is that still in here somewhere? No. Oxy bucket. What's the best way to get to oxygen bucket instead of plasma bucket? State gaseous, so I could go oxy gas. Yeah, that gets you there. Okay. That gets you there. This guy. Now, this is an example of why I don't put things on green, is because it would have just thrown everything in the trash can if they were on the green channel. So that's why I avoid using the green channel. Ooh, a nice little graphical glitch. That water's showing up in front of the conduit. That's weird. Oh, that needs to be insert on brown. There we go. No, still not working? Oh, I know why. This is because its output is on the bottom, and it doesn't allow input through the output side unless you screwdriver it. No, it's still not working. I thought I knew. Did not. Excuse me? Oh, there it is. That was weird. I don't know why that took a second. Sometimes these Ender conduits are kind of weird and they require like a chunk update or a something update, block update. I don't know what it's called, but anywhoozy, there's our arc furnace with oxygen. Why did we do that? For the annealed copper. Go ahead and do 2 stacks. I don't think I put a conveyor on the top of that, did I? Oops. Let's do it. Conveyor's good. Oh my goodness. Okay. I need to really get this going again. We're gonna make a stack. Oh gosh. We've done it. Never hold conveyors in your hand. Unless you want to use them, that is. Okay, so we're gonna throw iron into the lathe. That'll get us 2 stacks of iron rods, and then we need to magnetize a stack of them. We're doing pretty good on 10 cables, but we could do better. Let's go ahead and make 3 more stacks of 10 cables. And then we've got a lot of the fine copper wire. We need 4 per motor. You know, I never use copper ingots, so I shouldn't even have those in here. That's true of most ingots. I found myself keeping far too many ingots in here. Once you stop using the hammer to smash them into plates, you don't use the ingots themselves very often. So I should probably only have like 1 stack of each type of ingot, to be honest. We'll take that steel out. And anything else? Invar. I don't think we use Invar ingots for much. Bronze I'll leave there because I don't. That's all the bronze we have. Let's go ahead and smash all that. This Invar I'll put away. Let's make some more wrought iron. Okay, magnetize some rods. Munch on a steak. All right. feel like we're doing pretty good. For all of you on YouTube, I hope you guys are having a good day. Let me know in the comments. Same for you Twitch viewers too. I hope you guys are having a good day. That's not good. How are we out of power? I never did the thing. Oh crap. Yeah, we like legit are out of power. This guy stopped generating. Okay, but we should have some... Oh, I never put the clay in either. LOL. Eee! Panic. Nether quartz, overworldian matter, get you some shards, and that's the power. Okay. There we go. So then, let's see. Put the clay dust away. Then I need the pulsating clay. Put that in here for more overworldian matter. And I also should grab some more pulsating dust. Make 2 more stacks of clay. I think we have enough copper nickel for a while. I also got some more conductive iron, which we will wire-fy that. Are you set on 1? Yeah. Okay. Some more magnetic rods. That should enable some more motors. Only 3? Oh, I need regular iron rods too. Who knew? I knew. Like that. Just forgot that. Okay, annealed copper's going. There's our arsenic. To make our gallium arsenic. And because we are moving towards the new type of rubber, I'm gonna go ahead and centrifuge the sticky resin. Oh no, but we need the glue. I need to start storing the glue in a drum. We have aluminum now. So the reason that matters, I need to lathe some aluminum rods. I'm going to be using, for the short term, until we have the Greg Tech, like, tanks, I'm going to be using aluminum drums to hold my fluids, I think. The other good option is the iron drum. The problem with the iron drum is that you can't, like, hold it in your hand and pick stuff up and put it into inventories. But it works really well otherwise, so maybe I'll just use that. I think it changes colors too based on what is in it. I can't remember how much it holds though. I think it's 128K. Same as the aluminum. And the problem with the aluminum is it can't hold acids or really hot things. So, as you can see, the temperature max on aluminum's 1166, which I think there's a couple things that go past that. So yeah, I might as well. I could just use steel drums, but that can't do acids. I guess the iron drums might be the way to go. And then I don't use up aluminum. But that means we're gonna need a bunch of these. Then we're gonna need half as many of these. Oh, and we're out of iron plates. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. We made more for buckets, funnily enough. Go ahead and make 2 stacks more. There we go. I don't know why I put the plates in there. Now we should be able to make iron drums. Okay, so these will be for basic fluid storage. Don't know where to put this. I guess, for lack of a better spot. put it in line with this stuff over here. And then I think I want the interface in the front to be able to mess with it. We're running out of these conduits too. It's funny I'm hiding the spaghetti underneath my base when my base looks like absolute garbage. Like, what's the point? Why even hide it? Okay. So then this guy we will set to insert and extract, lowest priority. Negative 10's fine. And even negative 5's fine. I'm not going to have that many different priority levels. Always active on brown for extract. Round robin disabled, so that way it follows priorities. I think if round robin's enabled, it does not follow priorities. And then we want to insert... Why did I even make this? What liquid was I gonna put in here? Oh, the glue, the glue, the glue. The glue! Okay. Blue goes into the... There we go. And then we can turn that on to brown. It shouldn't put anything in there because we have no blue. I really need more interfluid conduits. I need vibrant alloy for that. Did we use up all of our vibraloy? I think we did. I don't see any more in here. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. We have more. So 2 of these makes... How many conduits? 8? Or each one makes 8, so that's a full stack right there. We'll wire mill that. And then that'll give us more interfluid conduits, but no. This is trashing everything, and we don't want that. Why you no connect? There we go. We want to extract on brown. And then Knees is coming. Okay, it went away for now. They always come. Okay, so extract on brown, and then we need to... that's all we need to do, actually. It's always active. Okay. So now I can throw sticky resin into the Centrifuging, and it'll get us rubber pulp. And even it gets back some plant balls, which, again, are 2-to-1 on sticky resin. So we get a decent percentage... You know, we get 20% of the sticky resin back for this. So it's more productive. And I don't know if I'm doing the math right, but I think that means if you get 20% back, then that actually means it's 25% more productive. Because you're only using like 0.8 of a sticky resin per craft. And you do 1 divided by that to get the productivity. Anyway, not that that really matters. But there's our glue. It'll be storing up in the tank. Oh, look at that. 256k. Yeah, these are definitely better than the Greg Tech ones. And the colors are nice so you can remember what's where. The thing is, though, can you... Hold on. One thing I need to know before we go too far with this trade. Can I grab it out? Okay. I just wanted to make sure I could grab it out of the drum. Because that's pretty important. Sometimes you need to move stuff around. Alright, clay. We need more power. That all goes in here. There's a bit more power for our little lapidary doodad. We're definitely using a lot. These blast furnaces are power hungry, so we need to keep up with that. I could maybe turn off the blast furnaces for a bit. I don't know. The pitch blend gets centrifuged. Wow, that is a slow centrifuging process. I should make another centrifuge. Problem is I can't connect it to the liquid. And I'm out of circuits. Oh goodness. My whole world's falling apart. Everything. That's okay, we're not in a rush. I made all these for aluminum drums and now I don't need them. Nice work. It's still ready to go for the fluid conduits. More sticky resin. So let's try to remember, our goal right now is to get cheaper tier 1 circuits because they are expensive as hell. And we need MV circuits to do that, I think. Because, let me just end these. So this guy needs a circuit assembler, and the circuit assembler needs MV circuits. So that's kind of that route. But we only need 2 MV circuits. And then as soon as we have that, we can make them much, much cheaper. You only need half as many circuit boards, for starters. And then the red alloy, I mean, look at that. You go from needing... We're doing 2 circuits, so we go from needing 6 cables to 2 wires, which means you're saving 4 red alloy wires and 6 rubber right there. The resistors are half price. You know, you go from needing 4 to needing 2, so that saves you a bunch of crap. We can also assemble the resistors. I forget if we did the math on this, right? And it's not actually all that worth it. So don't you still use... I guess we have annealed copper now. So we would get... 1 ingot of copper would get us 8 resistors. And we would need 2 sticky resin for the glue. Yeah, that's way better. That's a 1/4 of the sticky resin and... I think half of the copper. It's actually the same on copper. Okay. Because this would be 2... We would get 8 per copper ingot. Right? 1 copper ingot makes 8 fine copper wire. Yeah, and okay. So really, it's just the resin. We would use like a 1/4 of the resin. I don't care about paper. I don't really care about charcoal dust. So that one I could set up, but it's not really dire because the sticky resin is not in short supply right now. And then the vacuum tubes, huge savings. We get 4 instead of 1 per glass tube. We use a 1/4 of those. Steel bolt, we use an 1/8 of those. And we use annealed copper wire if we have red alloy as a liquid. If we don't have red alloy as a liquid, we don't get as much. So I can do that. And that's a tiny amount of red alloy. 18? How much is that out of 144? Is that a 1/9? Does that work out that way? 9 times 18 is 90 and 72, which is 162. So not quite a 1/9. Is it an 1/8? 8 times 18. Yeah, it's an 1/8. So it's kind of like a fine red alloy wire, so to speak. Yeah, in fact, you can see that a fine red alloy wire goes to 18. There you go. For what it's worth, it's 16 that is 1/9. Okay. So we definitely want this guy, which means we need to extract some red alloy, which we can do in LV. Always got to check that with extractors. And all we need is annealed copper wire. So I can do this right now. You know what? I need more red alloy. Unless I'm hiding some somewhere. If not, copper goes over here. Make another stack. Heck, let's go 2 stacks of red alloy. Needs 8 stacks of the redstone. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alloy smelt. Oh my god. Okay, rest it here. And then we extract that. Honestly, like 10 ingots probably enough for a lot of circuits. It shouldn't autoclave anything because there's nothing to autoclave it to, so I can just grab that with my steel drum, put that in the assembler, and that should work. Grab my ender fluid conduit. Many things to do. I do feel like I need to keep focusing on power, though. I'm gonna be really sad if I run out of power again. We're gonna throw these in here for when those are done. Keep this running. And we need nether quartz. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're kind of barely keeping up right now. Sheesh. Ugh. I don't like that. Maybe I should run the second one. Was there a better way, I wonder, of... Let's see, let's look real quick. Lapidary... Good way to get malachite somehow, or topaz. Not really. Emeralds. Same. Like most of these just don't have regular crafting recipes, so it wouldn't really matter. Apatite. Interesting. Apatite gets you a bunch of the crystals per ore. Get, I don't know if nether apatite spawns, but that would be 8 times 40. That's 320k. Oh, lapis lazuli. Interesting. What is a flux crystal? Oh, HV. Yeah, we're not doing that. Amethyst, same as everything else. Could just burn nether quartz. How did I just now see that? It's funny. Really, that's power positive, right? Because I don't have infinite diamonds, Jane. That's why. We're still a little ways away from the loot fabricator. Yeah, this only uses 8,000 RF, and that's not even counting the fuel catalyzers saving power. Technically, the glass requires some smelting, and the sand but that's such a tiny amount in the forge hammer. Yeah, it's nothing. So I might just use nether quartz. Forget all this hard work. All I need is glass. And gobs of sand. Ta-da. Okay, I might need to start running the second electrolyte. Oh gosh. This is such a mess. No regrets. No regrets. Oh, there. Here. Ham. Ham. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. I guess I was scared I wouldn't have enough nether quartz, but this is, I think, the easier path. I can just feed all this in here. Forget the prismarine shards. But yeah, Jay and I would agree with Dave. I think this was an easier path, especially if I'd done the nether quartz part earlier, than making a bunch more steam dynamos. That was the other path. And I don't really know. Dynamos are expensive and annoying. This will last me for a really long time, especially once we get the next upgrade, which we can do, actually. I think. What is it? The hardened? No. Reinforced. Yeah, it's just a crap ton of electrum. I guess the question is, can we extract electrum? I can. Look at that. Look at that. So the electrotine needs to be thermally centrifuged, which is still very busy with sphalerite. And that'll get us a crap ton of electrum dust. I'm just going to swap that over for a bit. Don't know how tin got into my inventory, but we're going to throw that in the wire mill once we here. So many things to do! Alright, those iron rods that we needed. Probably still need more. I'll go ahead and switch this one over to glass only. Okay. And this one's getting us our aluminum and silicon. Oh, speaking of silicon, I should make a stack of electrical steel. Oh, that's not good. Huh, that's funny. Okay, there we go. That's count perfect. Steel. Should just be able to throw this and this. Is that gonna work? I have a strange feeling this is gonna somehow not work properly, but we'll find out. Now that I have two alloy smelters pulling. Okay. So this rubber pulp now represents one rubber each. When is it chemical reactor? Yeah, chemical reactor it with sulfur dust. That's all we need for rubber. It's liquid rubber, so then I'll need a fluid solidifier to make that real deal. And there's our electrum dust. This is slow. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait a while for that. Okay, so what was I... Oh, we need... tier 1 circuits is what we were doing all of this for. The first step is to remind myself, does a cutting saw make more bolts than... Yes, it does. Than hand cutting. We are going to need some steel bolts. I will do 16 to get a full stack of bolts. Cutting saw down here. Store all this lazurite crap here. Keep getting random ingots in my inventory, whatever. Red alloy wire. We have the liquid red alloy, which I can grab with the steel drum. feel like I'm just running around clicking on things until I find a thing that I need to do, and then we just rinse and repeat for 10 billion hours, and we win. That's all there is to it. Okay, so the red alloy liquid is in there. We needed that for the vacuum tubes, is that right? Yeah. And that requires annealed copper wires. By the way, how many do we need each? Just one each. And glass tubes are just glass, so that's super easy. Yeah, Dave, that's all you have to do to win, is you just run around and do things you need to do. It's that simple. What am I even looking for? Annealed copper? That's the one. We'll turn that into wire. Yeah, it's surprisingly simple. Barely an inconvenience. I wonder if this is fast enough to power my base. They didn't think about the speed component of this. So, why am I not finding it? Electrolyzer. Oh, because I'm doing the outputs, not the input. There we go. So this takes 5 seconds to make what will become 40,000 RF plus another 15% is 6K. We have 3 of those, so another 18K. So 58K RF, which goes down, divide by 4 is like, what is that? 9K? No. 15. 14,500 EU every every 5 seconds. 14,500 EU. So every half second. Oh, 5 seconds is 100 ticks exactly. That's nice. So 14,500 becomes 14.5 tens becomes 145 EU per tick. So this isn't gonna work. This is way too slow. Crap. Okay. Well, you live and learn, I mean, did I do that right, that math? I think I did. Because these each boost by 15%. Yeah, I think I did that right. That's just way less than I thought it would be. But yeah, we have a lot. I mean, I'm not going to worry about it for now. But it is good that I have more of the clay. And I should keep feeding this for when we run out of the nether quartz. Then I can make a bunch more prismarine shards. Though I do need some nether quartz for the prismarine shards. So we'll keep a little stockpile. Okay. So yeah, I don't think I'll have to worry about that too much for a while. We need the annealed copper wires. And steel bolts and glass tubes. And that should do it. Steel bolts and then glass tubes. Do I have any left over? I have a bunch of panes. Nice. Oh, I thought that was nothing and it was just glitching out. That, like, matches the color almost perfectly. Okay, here we go. Bam! And there is all the vacuum tubes. Okay. And then we needed red alloy wire resistors. I want to say we decided it doesn't really matter too much. This saves us a bunch of, whatchamacallit, sticky resin, but that's it. And we probably have enough sticky resin. What's the ratio here? 1 to 1. So yeah, 2 or 3 stacks of resistors should be fine, which just means I need 2 or 3 stacks of sticky resin. I'll do 3 stacks. 3 stacks of sticky resin and 3 stacks of charcoal dust. Or is it half as much? I can't even remember. Whatever. And then the fine copper wire, which it's fine copper wire, charcoal dust, paper, this one. There we go. That was easy. 3 stacks of resistors. What did I run out of? The annealed. Okay. I need more annealed copper than that. Put one away because we somehow ended up with 65. Oh. Part of the problem. There we go. You know what? I seem to remember running over there and making conveyors for this exact purpose, and I've finally come full circle and gotten unsidetracked. You made the 2nd tier jetpack? You still don't have the 3rd? Dave! Oh, Dave. Oh my goodness. Your hatred of jetpacks is beyond me. You could have gotten the 3rd like a million years ago. All you need for it is the same stuff you need for reinforced whatever. Which is electrum. This is just electrum and a hardened flux capacitor. So that's easy. Reinforced thruster is just a reactant dynamo, which is energetic. In fact, I could make this now. And I will. That needs to be one of my projects. It is worth it. The tier 3 jetpack it makes you faster when you're flying. When you're sprinting, you can like do a little bit of hovering and you go way faster. And yes, I know you can teleport around, but teleporting is not as precise as movement. So having faster movement as well as teleporting is the ultimate transportation. Because like if I just want to go like over here, teleporting doesn't really work for that because you end up going way too far. And so flying does get used quite a bit, I feel like. Because you don't end up where you want to be a lot of times. Like if I want to be just in front of this machine, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, that's my argument for jetpacks. Take it or leave it. Alright. Put these in here. Keep getting a bunch of vacuum tubes. Okay, and then 10 is easy to extract, and circuit boards. Didn't we look at this before? Does it save us anything? It uses the same amount of copper, and it uses 1 glue, which is 1 sticky resin instead of 2. Yeah, I don't really think that's worth it. Oh, I'm sorry, Dave. I hurt your feelings. I won't scold you. Good job for making the 2nd tier jetpack. You did great. You did a good job. You should be proud of yourself. I just think it's funny that you're like at the IV tier or whatever, and just now got the 2nd tier. They are a lot of work to make, like, annoying crafting-wise. I will give you that. They are annoying to craft. But definitely worth it. Oh, look, the knife! We got the knife again. That bug is really annoying. I should report it. Okay. Throw the rubber wood up there. Let's see. So should be good on circuit boards. That's just resin and planks. Oh, I guess I need more fine copper wire. Let's do that. And we need that for the motors too, so I'm gonna make a crap ton of that. Here's the rest of my annealed. Oh, that's crazy. We almost had the same amount of tubes as annealed copper wire. Okay, so that gets us 3 stacks of vacuum tubes, 3 stacks of resistors. And then we will need... Oh, I'm being a dummy. Oops. I forgot. This is so... There's so many, like, little intricacies. Like, you can make the first circuit of the LV tier more efficient in the circuit assembler, and then I got sidetracked by making the ingredients more efficient in the assembler, all the while forgetting you can make a different type of LV circuit with the diodes and these guys. And these guys just require an MV cutting saw and the, oh, I guess an MV lasering. Okay, no, that's still a little ways away. You need a few MV machines for that. But we'll do that even sooner, and then that saves us... Actually, does this save us resources? I'm trying to remember. This one might not be that worth it. It might be simpler because it uses some of the same ingredients as the other one, but this one might not be all that worth it, in fact. I know the third one definitely is, but this one might not. You do need it, though, as an ingredient for the HV circuits or something. Or the second tier of MV circuit will only accept the second tier or better of LV circuit. Something like that. I can't remember the exact way it works, but I know you need to make them. Anyway, so we need this, which is copper wire... Diodes. Need the fine annealed copper wire. And we need the gallium arsenide dust. A small pile, which is 1/4 of the full thing. So let's grab the... Where's our arsenic? Arsenic. And our gallium. And I'll put all my little dusts that I need to like combine and junk here. We need our ASGA. Get all the gallium dust we can. Arsenic is already in full piles. So... Oh, that's it. Just 24 of those and 24 of these. Okay, and mix. There we go. Okay, so that gets us gallium arsenide dust, each of which goes into 2 of the smalls. No, 4 of the smalls. Each of those becomes 2 diodes, so... Each of these is 8 diodes. So you don't need too much of it. We'll wait until we have 8. That'll be a full stack of diodes. Alright. Oh, it only does tiny. Can you get small? Yeah, you can. Oh yeah, this is such a weird bug or something. Like, if you put it in the top middle, it still does tiny, but if you put it in the top right, then it works. Don't ask me why. That is how it be. Okay, so 32. We're gonna need molten glass. Oh, that's. But that's a bug if it's not a shapeless like, I realize it's not a shapeless recipe, but the shape is top left gets you tiny, top middle gets you small. But you have to put it in the top right in the Greg Tech auto, or, you know, crafting table thing. Not the top middle. So something's wonky with that. Something's definitely weird. Yeah, I mean, it only comes up if you handcraft it, like I just did, so it's not a big deal, but it is a thing. Top right of my 2x2. That does small. So I don't know, maybe it's like JEI is confused, and it's seeing the 3x3 as a 2x2, so it puts it in the top middle, but that's really the top right of that, like, 2x2. I don't know. Probably something weird like that. What am I looking for? Glass. We need to melt glass. I should do this, and this. Oop. Okay, so there's our glass. We've got the Asga, and now we need the fine annealed copper wire. Yeah, once we have polyethylene, we get twice as many. Though I also think once we have polyethylene, there's better recipes for circuits. Okay. Grab some glass. Oh, I still have the red alloy. You know, I should have more than one drum anyway. We'll play the steel drums. Grab the red alloy. It's the one with the glass. Drop that off. Get the glass. And fine annealed copper wire. This is still busy doing regular, but we need the annealed stuff. Yeah, that's what I kind of just was saying, Dave. That was my guess, too. Something about it being 2x2 and 3x3, it doesn't really know how to parse out the difference. There we go. Okay, so 8 of these makes what? 2? No. 4. 4 diodes. Sweet. We'll throw these guys in here, and the diodes begin. They're not very fast. Wow, 20 seconds apiece. Burning through that nether quartz. Oh, and the electrum. Man, I keep getting pulled all which ways. Is that enough electrum? It might not be. That is enough. We need 20. So I need 16. Make the gears. Oh, I need to smelt this all first. And then we need an aluminum, a block of aluminum. This is for the upgrade kit. This guy. So we'll make the block of aluminum. That's easy. And then we need 4 electrum plates. There we go. And then we need to extract into the fluid solidifier, set to gears, which it is. And that'll be 4 electrum gears. Nice. Here's more glass we can put in the thingy. I don't know if we had too much or too little. I didn't really calculate the glass at all. Oh, it doesn't all fit. Okay, more of the copper. That's already 12 diodes. Okay, and so then we need 2 diodes per MV circuit. And really the first thing we want is the MV circuit in the circuit assembler. Because we do only need the LV circuit assembler to make the MV circuit, which is nice. Because then this uses less... Actually, does it use less of anything? Or is that just the same recipe? 2 diodes per... You only need 2 circuits each. Okay, that saves you a lot on the tier 1 circuits. But the other stuff is pretty similar. And instead of a steel plate, you just need a tin liquid. So it's the same price minus 1 circuit, but obviously that's very, very worth it because making a bunch of tier 1 circuits to make tier 2 circuits is very annoying. Oh, and then we need the phenol and silver wire. We could get sodium persulfate to save on silver. Don't know if that's worth it, because this is 4 silver each, and this is only 1 silver. So, you use 1/4 of the silver if you can do it this way. But this is annoying because you need the sodium bisulfate, which is, like, you have to do the whole oil chain stuff, or bio oil stuff. There's so much there. I'll just use silver. What were we doing? Crap load of diodes, I guess. Still not empty. Oh, the electrum. That's better. You done? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Alright, reinforced. Bang! Okay, so this bad boy can take even more fuel catalyzers, which is nice, and it can make up to 6250 RF per tick. So this will get us up to over 2,000, or no, 1,500 EU. Janie loves mining. Yeah, that's a lot of mercury. What am I doing? Oh, we need 2 more of the fuel cats. Oh, gold rods, of course, of course. Let's make a bunch. Yeah, Janie, I'm with Dave on this one. I mean, you can just completely free automate using the, whatever. I don't think he was complaining, he was more just like, holy crap, I have a lot of mercury. At least that's how I took it. Oh yeah, this thermal centrifuge is slow. very slow. I should maybe make another one. Plates of variety. Okay, do we have enough? 4 gold rods. Coming right up. Make another one of these. Then we can make these. Oh, that does use wrought iron ingots. Interesting. Bam, bam. Now we get more RF. Look at that. Wait, why is that exactly double? 5 times 15% is 75%. Are these actually boosting by 20% each? Oh. Wait. Oh, nether quartz is 50k. Not... I thought it was 40k. Wait. It is 40k. Does a lapidary have a default of a 20% bonus? Or a 25% bonus? Where's that 25% bonus coming from? I guess I won't show it now. Yeah, I wonder if that just has a base 25% bonus or something. Either way, now we get double the energy from each thing. Sweet. Okay, well that should be enough. I just wasted a bunch by taking that out. Crap. Oh well. Do have a decent amount more. I don't think the dynamo upgrades increase efficiency. I'm pretty sure they don't. I could be wrong. I'm a little uncertain on that. Alright, time to eat some steak. Bit of that glass. Okay, should be enough diodes. How many tier... Oh, we never made all of the tier 1 circuits. Oh, right. We were gearing up for making those. Okay, so I need... I don't want to overmake them. Because otherwise we're just wasting a crap load of these things. So what I need is enough to make a single circuit assembler. That's all I want. And we need to make an LV emitter and a robot arm. So that's 2 circuits and a quartzite and a brass rod. Who uses brass rods? So that's 1, 2, 3. I need 3 circuits of tier 1 for this. Each of these needs 3. That's the wrong one. Oh, that's... Where's the MP? So that's 6 plus 3. So we need 9 tier 1 circuits, I think, to get ourselves a circuit assembler. And we need the phenolic, which means pyrolyse oven. Forgot about that. Okay, pyrolyse oven it is. But I think this is probably a good time to end the episode. We'll get the pyrolyse oven in the next one. That's going to take a hot second, and then it will be hot for many seconds. Alright. Take a screenshot, and yeah, I think we'll call it an episode there. So as always, for those of you on YouTube, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.